first European settlers to this area saw places along this stretch of the Baraboo River and felt they would be good locations to build dams to harness water power. The first man-made dam ever built on the Baraboo River was built in 1840 at the Upper Oxbow, near what is now Ochsner Park. Eventually, there were 5 dams in the Baraboo area. The first dams were made of logs. Later, the dams were made of concrete. Canfield's map of Baraboo from 1872 shows 4 dams and mill sites. Each dam provided water power for at least one business or factory. Each dam originally had a sawmill to cut trees into lumber. Other types of mills and factories that used water power also were built at each location. These dams were built before the city of Baraboo was even here. Early settlers built houses near the dams and mills. If we look closely at these locations, we can find out what these early settlers made to sell to others. In 1844, a dam and sawmill were constructed along the river in what is now West Baraboo. At that time, the area was still woods and meadows. Can you find the bridge and dam on this map? If we add a modern satellite image to Canfield's map, we can see where the dam used to be. The large white rectangle near the top of the image is the roof of Slumberland Furniture. The dam was just to the south of this building. The dam is gone today, but a bridge still stands in the same location where a bridge has been for over 150 years. West Baraboo was originally named Lyons, and the village was laid out just 2 years after the dam was built. The Lyons Dam was originally built of logs. It was often called the Upper Dam because it was the dam furthest up the river in the Baraboo Valley. When the dam was built, a sawmill was built at the same time to use the water power. The logs were floated down the Baraboo River to the sawmill. The sawmill was run by water power, and the logs were cut into lumber. The lumber was stacked together on rafts and floated down the Baraboo River to the Wisconsin River, where it was sold. Later, factory buildings were built at this site with woodworking equipment. The equipment worked by water power. A wooden bridge was also built across the river at this point. When you cross the river today on the bridge by Slumberland, you are traveling over the same place people long ago crossed over the river. Inside the factory buildings, the water wheel turned other wheels and belts, which made equipment like saws and lathes turn. Lumber could be made into many things like furniture, wagons, and even wooden bowls. During this time, most household goods were made out of wood, metal, or ceramics. There was no plastic. This factory produced wooden chairs, tables, stools, bedsteads, rocking chairs, and cabinets. These items were sold to people settling in the area, but they were also transported to other communities for sale. By the time Mr. Canfield drew his map in 1872, the dam near Lyons was used to power a sawmill and a hub, spoke, and wagon gearing manufactory. Wooden wagons were a big part of life for hundreds of years. The wagons had wheels made out of wood with a metal band around the outside. Rubber wheels were not produced until the 1880s. This factory made some of the parts to make wagon wheels, especially the round hub, or center of the wheel, and the spokes or arms that come out from the hub to support the outer circle of a wagon wheel. Near the mill, workers built cabins and houses. The water power at the Lyons Dam helped make lumber, furniture, and wagon parts for over 40 years. Down the river at the Upper Oxbow, a dam was built on the west side of the Oxbow in 1845. A long channel was dug across a peninsula of land to move the water from behind the dam to the mill on the other side of the Oxbow. The long channel was called the mill race. What is a mill race? A mill race is a channel carrying a swift current of water that drives a mill wheel. The mill race created an island out of the land inside the Oxbow. If we look at a satellite image for this area, we can see what the area looks like today. The area where the mills were is now part of Attridge Park. The large tan rectangle near the bottom of the picture is the sand volleyball courts at the park. At first there was only a sawmill at this location, but in 1863 the Island Woolen Mill started operation there. Can you guess why people called it the Island Woolen Mill?